Christ, also known as Juice, and Shelba teaching about the Crusades. Hang on to your seats before you get blown away from our amazing rap, but first we'll give you some background knowledge.
Hoped to capture the Holy Land from the Muslim Turks. For years they were tried, but nothing seemed to work. Pope Urban II responded to Byzantium's request with a rousing speech in Clermont, France. Urban's speech launched the first of the several crusades, but none of them were getting paid.
Christians versus Muslims in the Middle East. Sadly, the populations were being decreased. Year by year, they tried over and over. As century passed, they noticed they couldn't take over. 1492 ceased the wars. The whole place was theirs, including the outdoors. Sorry for all the yaps. Here comes the real rap. The Crusades was a giant fight to take back the land that the Muslim army had. All the peasants and knights joined the fight. From 1076 to 1492, the Crusades went on until they all flipped. The 10th century in 1076 made the Seljuk Turks bring a bag of tricks to expand the power and territory and give them much of the glory.
In 1095, the Seljuk Turks, Emperor of Constantinople, started to work. In France, the emperor appealed the Pope for help, getting the nobles and leaders to address oneself.
Let's take it back to 1096 when the First Crusade was put in the mix. They tried to take back the Holy Land. They conquered Palestine,
Anatolia,
Jerusalem.
1146 started the Second Crusade. Germany and France is where the Muslims began and tried to take back the Holy Land. Edessa and Damascus where things started to press, but all in all, they took it all over and the others would ball.
The Crusades was a giant fight to take back the land that the Muslim army had. All the peasants and knights joined the fight.
From 1076 to 1492, the Crusades went on until they all flew.
1189 began a third crusade. All of a sudden, King Richard comes in and raids. Finally, both sides signed the peace treaty, but are still being needy. Capturing Acre, but failed with Jesus' home. Now the pilgrims are allowed in Jerusalem.
The Children's Crusade, poor children would fight to retake the Holy Land, but it wasn't all planned. In the end, most didn't make it out and couldn't take over the land. Many doubt the accuracy of this final crusade, and it was all thought to be played.
In 1291, the Muslims took from the Christians, and stealing from them was a part of their ambition.